Hello, welcome to the Newbie Trader. I've not really done a video for a while, so I'm gonna have a look at maybe creating a first half goal strategy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably did this earlier on and it came up with some success. So I'm just gonna basically repeat it and show you how I did it. So first of all, I'm gonna go to upcoming matches from the home screen. And that should give you all the matches coming up. So obviously I'm looking at the bank holiday Monday. And you have a list of all the matches available for bank holiday Monday. And then, as I said, normally what I would do is I would go down to this league and I've got my own league set up, which are the main ones. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to see what all the matches hold for me. And what I want to do is I want to create a first half goal strategy that has a goal from say the 20th minute to the 45th, because that's really when the odds start to hit somewhere near 1.8 to 2s, etc., depending on the game and the country it's getting played at. So I need to look at how I'm going to separate these games out to give me a first half goal. Well, I'm going to come to the right hand side over here, where you get your home and away, and I'm going to click on this little tick here, and I'm going to click on this little tick here. Okay, then I'm going to go over. And I'm going to go 0.5. Okay, you can see what I've done there. So all I've done is selected the columns of home and away, and I've gone over, and I've gone over. Okay, right. What I want to do now is I want to come down to the bottom. I could choose last 8 games, 10 games, etc. I'll keep it to 8. And I obviously want to go minute. So I'm down this right hand side here now. You go home versus away. Look at your last 8 games, and I want to go for a minute, say 20. So I'm typing this on the keyboard, save going to the arrows. 45. So from minutes 20 to 45. Okay, now I've got that. I want to click refresh. Just make sure I calculate that. Make sure I've got that again. Okay, and that gives me my home, and it gives me my away. Now, I've not done this before, so I'm going to try and do this. What I want to do is I want to try and get that into a column. So if I was to click on this and go into this, let's get rid of this. 1 second, get rid of this. And I was to go, say, H1 plus A1. Let's put that divided by 2. And click calculate. 9. Calculate again. See what that comes out with. Okay, so that should give me now a percentage for both of them. So higher and lower, and then obviously I'm looking, so you can see there's not really a big, actually you've got quite a bit there, there's quite a few matches I didn't really see. So then what you can do is you can come to your custom screen down here on the right hand side. That's supposed to be on number 1, so custom again, filter, let's get custom. Let's put this more than 60%. Then we'll filter the 1 out. What that does then, so all I did then, I went to custom screen and I put for more than, obviously I want more than 60, I could go 70 if I wanted to. So that's looking for basic games is over 70%, where both teams have got over 0.5 first half goals. And if I come to my filter one, and I can filter that out, so I only see the games at 70%. So as you can see now, I have a huge, well, how many games have I got? 23 games. So out of the 160 that I already had, I'm now limited that down to 23 games. And if you're looking at odds and you want to go for a certain odd, because look at here, you got 1.6, 1.6. There's no really favourite in that one. Or if you prefer not to, if you want the odds in, so say 1.7 from the home odds. You can just click odds here, so obviously that, click on that. In the filter section, go to odds, home, and let's click on this is 1.70, and then click apply. That will then give you just the odds of the matches for the 1.70 odds. So now you can look at that and you think, well, okay. And then obviously you repeat for the way, right? Or you just reset it. That takes you back down to the games you had before. Some of these games might not be on Betfair, but I imagine most of them being okay. That gives you League One game, obviously Northampton against Shrewsbury. And then what you can do is you can go delve deeper into these games. I just want to show you one more part of this before I come off it. So let's take this top game here. Shrewsbury Town already down, and Northampton looks like they're fighting. So if you left click on the game and then right click on your mouse and click on head to head, let the game load up in the screen. Click on home versus away, so you get the home teams and you get the away teams. And see this little arrow here, if you click that all the way over, same for this one, click it all the way over. Right, see these blocks, these like dark grey blocks, they represent 10 minutes of the game. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So realistically, we're looking for the first maybe 4 to 5 blocks. So basically up to here is half time. So one thing you need to look out for is that some of these games, or some of the teams, although they conceded, they've had 0.5 goals in the game, you need to look at both teams that are conceding that. So obviously you want a goal. So as you can see, 10, 20 to here, Northampton Town have scored a few goals in the first half, whereas Shrewsbury, 10, 20, 30, sort of up to here, they've conceded a lot of goals in the first half. You don't really score many. I would say maybe just check how the game's going. As I said, they haven't really scored one for 4 matches. Well, they scored the first half against Birmingham. And see the Stratford at 1-1. That was actually it. And then they did it again there. So they have got a record of scoring, and Shrewsbury have bottom of the league, so that is definitely a maybe game. And then you come back to it, come in, and then you can keep doing it for the rest of the games. And suddenly you'll find you've got a picture, and you can also create your trading around that as well. So for instance, if I went to, let's have a look at a game here, first Vienna First League. Something they're like. Click on home versus away. Can you see this one? 10, 20, 30. A lot of goals are getting scored in the first half of games there. That's definitely one. But then the good thing is that there's a lot of goals conceded in this one. So you can see that they've got a habit of scoring around about the 20th minute mark, or between 20 minutes and 45. These concede like mad. There was a game last game in KSV where they conceded 4, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, they conceded 5 goals in the first half. Very often they concede 2 in the first half as well. That's worth looking at when you're looking at this and think, okay. It's very primitive. I know it's not digital. However, it is easy to use once you know where you're going and what you're doing with it. And I would definitely say this has definitely got a chance for 1 or 2 first half goals in the game. So I'm glad I went on to that one. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that's helped. And I will catch you again.